As human beings have evolved in our understanding of the world around us, we've cast off a lot of old superstitions involving things that at one time were believed to be completely true and reasonable, and indeed served valuable social and spiritual purposes, but were ultimately not objectively true, such as the belief in ghosts, for example, belief in malign spirits that directly impact human life and human behavior, things that people once upon a time were genuinely genuinely convinced existed for the most part and were truly afraid of. But as our understanding of life has evolved, we've generally come to the conclusion that there are no such things as ghosts, for example. There are no evil spirits that literally haunt us. Figuratively, of course, it's an entirely different matter. And ultimately, that's what those beliefs were rooted in, and they were metaphor for the very real emotional and psychological struggles that human beings face and have always faced. So it's certainly not I'm certainly not trying to shame anyone for ever having been afraid of things like that now we consider to be superstition. We don't consider them to be literally real, more of a figurative, metaphorical expression of the very real things that dwell within us. And such it is with most of the fears that we experience in day-to-day life. And we are afraid of things. We often live in fear of things that are not truly there. We have deep-seated fears of what all the terrible things that could happen to us. And of course, there are many terrible things that can and do happen to us. I'm certainly not saying that life is all roses and sunshine and nothing bad is waiting for us and that we shouldn't be aware of it. But at the same time, there is more in life that the average person lives in fear of, whether consciously or not, that is not truly real. When it comes to our emotional struggles, more often than not, the ghosts that we're afraid of, they merely dwell within our own heads. They're just our thoughts cast outward, and we fear many dangers that are not necessarily correct. If we can recognize and distinguish between the real dangers and the dangers that exist only within our own minds, we will live better lives.